In the depths of Solomon's temple, where shadows danced with the flickering flames of sacred oils, High Priest Zadok knelt before the golden chest that had guided his people through 40 years of wilderness. The Ark of the Covenant stood before him, not merely as a vessel of divine law, but as something far more mysterious, a gateway between worlds that few had ever truly understood. "Master," whispered his young apprentice Elijah, whose eyes reflected both reverence and curiosity, "why do the cherubim's wings cast shadows that seem to move on their own?" Zadok's weathered hands trembled slightly as he placed them upon the mercy seat. For decades, he had served as keeper of this sacred mystery, yet only now, in his final years, had the true nature of the Ark begun to reveal itself to him. "Because, my child, what we guard here is not just a container of stone tablets. It is a bridge to the realm of pure light, a technology beyond our understanding, disguised as divine command." The old priest's voice carried the weight of revelation as he continued, "3 nights ago, I was granted a vision. I saw the Ark not as we see it now, but as it truly is, a crystalline matrix pulsing with frequencies that connect the earthly plane to the celestial realms. The cherubim are not merely decorative, they are antennae, receivers of cosmic transmissions that have been guiding our people since Moses first encountered the burning bush." Elijah stepped closer, his young heart racing with the implications. Then the stories of fire descending from heaven, the cloud that led us through the desert, were manifestations of this greater truth, Zadok confirmed. The Ark is a communication device, a piece of technology from a civilization that existed before the Great Flood, preserved by divine will and entrusted to us as guardians of humanity's spiritual evolution. As if responding to their conversation, the Ark began to emit a subtle humming sound, barely perceptible yet profoundly felt in their bones. The golden surface seemed to shimmer with an inner light that defied the laws of reflection, creating patterns that resembled neither flame nor water, but something altogether otherworldly. "The seal," Zadok whispered, pointing to an intricate symbol carved into the side of the Ark that most had never noticed, a complex geometric pattern that seemed to shift and change when viewed from different angles. "This is the key to understanding. It's not Hebrew, not Egyptian, not any earthly language. It's the signature of the builders, those who walked among us in the days when heaven and earth were not so distant." The apprentice traced the air above the symbol, afraid to touch it directly. The pattern seemed to consist of interlocking spirals and angular forms that created an optical illusion of depth, as if looking through a window into infinite space. "Master, I've seen this symbol before, in my dreams. A woman with eyes like starlight showed it to me, telling me that one day I would understand its meaning." Zadok's breath caught in his throat. The prophecies spoke of such dreams, of chosen ones who would receive visions of the ancient knowledge. "Tell me everything, Elijah, leave out no detail." She stood in a place that was not a place, surrounded by pillars of light that sang with harmonious frequencies. Her voice was like wind through crystal caves when she spoke. "The children of earth have forgotten their origin. They worship the container and ignore the contents. But soon the seal will be opened, and the true purpose of the Ark will be revealed. It was never meant to remain hidden forever." The humming of the Ark grew stronger, and both men felt a shift in the air around them, as if reality itself was becoming more fluid, more permeable to otherworldly influences. The temple walls seemed to fade, replaced by a vast cosmic landscape filled with swirling galaxies and streams of pure consciousness. "The woman spoke of others," Elijah continued, his voice taking on a dreamy quality as the vision returned to him with startling clarity. "She said there were guardians stationed throughout history, keepers of similar artifacts scattered across the earth. The Ark of the Covenant is but one node in a vast network of consciousness-amplifying devices, all connected by threads of light that span dimensions. If you enjoy these kinds of stories, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our content. And tell us in the comments where you are watching from. We would love to know. Zadok felt the presence of those ancient guardians now, their wisdom flowing through him like a river of liquid starlight. The Babylonians will come, he said, with certainty born of divine revelation. They will destroy this temple and scatter our people, but they cannot destroy what we protect here. The Ark must be hidden, but not lost. The seal must be preserved until humanity is ready to understand its true meaning. Working with urgent precision, the two men carefully wrapped the ark in specially woven cloths that had been blessed with oils from the most sacred groves. As they did so, Zadok shared the final pieces of the puzzle that had been revealed to him. The seal responds to human consciousness, Elijah. When a mind is properly prepared, when the heart is pure and the intention is aligned with divine will, it becomes a gateway to unlimited knowledge. The stone tablets within are not just commandments, they are crystallized thought forms that contain the blueprint for humanity's spiritual evolution. As they secured the ark for its journey to a hidden chamber beneath the Temple Mount, Zadok continued his teachings. The light that Moses saw on Mount Sinai, the pillar of fire that guided our ancestors, the glory that filled this very temple, all manifestations of the same cosmic intelligence that operates through these sacred technologies. We have been chosen as guardians not just of objects, but of humanity's connection to its divine heritage. The sound of approaching armies grew louder in the distance, the Babylonian forces drawing ever closer to Jerusalem. Yet in this sacred moment, time seemed suspended, allowing for the completion of an ancient ritual that had been planned since the foundation of the world. Remember, Zadok said as they sealed the hidden chamber, placing the final stones with hands guided by otherworldly precision. The ark will remain here waiting, but the knowledge it contains, the frequencies it generates, these things cannot be contained by stone or gold. They live in the consciousness of those who have been awakened to the truth. Elijah felt a profound transformation occurring within him, as if his very DNA was being rewritten by exposure to the ark's energies. Master, I can see them, the other guardians throughout history, in Egypt, in Babylon, in lands yet to be discovered, each protecting a piece of the greater pattern, each holding a fragment of the original code. Yes, Zadok smiled, his face radiant with inner light. And someday, when humanity has evolved beyond its current limitations, when it has learned to see beyond the veil of material appearances, the seal will be broken. The ark will reveal its true nature, and the children of earth will remember who they really are. Beings of light temporarily housed in vessels of clay, destined for reunion with the cosmic consciousness from which they came. As the last stone was placed and the chamber sealed, both men felt the ark's presence expand beyond its physical location, its influence radiating through the earth itself, creating a field of higher consciousness that would persist through millennia of apparent absence. The seal of the ark was now truly hidden, but its light had become part of the very fabric of reality, waiting patiently for the dawn of human awakening. In the years that followed, as Elijah became the keeper of this sacred knowledge, he often returned to that moment when the veil between worlds had grown thin. He understood now that the ark's greatest miracle was not the destruction of enemies or the communication with divine beings, but its ability to awaken within human consciousness the memory of its own divine nature. The seal of the ark remained hidden beneath Jerusalem, its geometric patterns still pulsing with cosmic frequencies, its crystalline matrix still bridging the gap between heaven and earth. And in the hearts of those who had been touched by its light, the code continued to evolve, preparing humanity for the day when it would finally be ready to reclaim its birthright as conscious co-creators in the infinite dance of existence. And if you like this story, you will definitely love the next one that's appearing on your screen. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave your like, and activate the notifications. See you in the next one.